Hi there guys, and welcome back to the Majestic Pinball YouTube channel. And today we are not in the workshop. We are actually in my flat looking at one of my own games, Wheel of Fortune, which came out in 2007 and was made by Stern. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm I'm not a great fan of Stern games. I do quite like their early 2000s games, but anything past Wheel of Fortune I'm just not fussed by. I do quite like Ghostbusters. That's probably about it though. I'm very much like a sort of 90s and earlier kind of guy. But yeah, so today we're going to be looking at Wheel of Fortune. This is a relatively new game in my collection. I've had it a few months, cleaned it all, put Comet LEDs in, made it lovely, and it plays actually really nicely. I've been really enjoying it. So it's quite an interesting game, has some really weird rules, and sadly it never actually got fully finished, so the code on this isn't complete. There isn't a wizard mode, which I know upsets quite a lot of people. I've joked about it in the past, but I think the game's so tough and there's so much that it would ask of you. I think it'd be almost impossible to get to the wizard mode on this anyway. But yeah, so let's go through some gameplay and I'll try and teach you how to play this thing. So starting off from the plunge, you've got a skill shot, which is the toss-up of the game. So at the beginning of the game show, there'll be like a question that's called a toss-up, which is that little shot there. It's a really tight little nick. You basically have to get it to sort of flip round, reverse back down on itself, and it'll come down this ramp, and that will light the toss-up, which is the scoop. So you basically get like a one-time shot off that flipper into the scoop. If you do that, it will give you the skill shot award, which counts down. It gives you not even like 10 seconds, it's really quick. But anyway, that's the skill shot. If not, it'll plunge all the way around and just go into the bumpers. That doesn't really do anything. But the main game just plays exactly like Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel will spin, each segment's assigned to a contestant. You shoot the contestant's target and they'll guess a letter. Whatever they've spun on the wheel is multiplied by however many letters are in the puzzle. Just like in the show. And then you've got the prize bank here where you can win extra balls, a trip, which is a multi-ball, and then special, which if you're playing this out on a location will be a free game, maybe an extra ball or points, however it's set up. Once enough letters have been guessed, the game will tell you that it's ready to solve the puzzle, and you just shoot into the scoop, and you move on to the next round. At the beginning of each game, you've got the rounds down here. At the beginning of each game, it will assign one round as a prize puzzle, and that will just flash throughout the whole game. To get the prize puzzle, you just need to solve the puzzle, and then it will give you like a trip multi-ball. I think there's like 3 or 4, maybe more different trips that you can go on. They've all got slightly different multi-ball rules, but we'll see if we can get to that. Another way to start multi-ball is with the targets that are dotted around the playfield. So you've got 2 over here, 2 on the scoop, you've got 1 by the drop targets, and you've got another 4 there. Hitting all of those, or any of those rather, to spell multi-ball, will light the scoop again, shoot that, and it will start a multi-ball. With some quite interesting rules on the jackpots, but if we get to that, I'll explain that. As you can probably see, it's got a really unique sort of like lower half. I really enjoy it. I'm really bad at nudging. I don't really move the machine much at all when I play, but if you're a skilled nudger, this is probably really interesting for you. But you've got sort of the outlane splits into 2. You have like a little mini post there, so you can probably jiggle it around. If you shoot one of the drop targets, or the first drop target there, it will light a free spin, which will give you basically a chance to nudge each side to get your ball back. So it's sort of like a mini ball saver, but it has to go down the correct lane for whatever's lit. And then also on the drop targets, the second target, so you've got like 3 in a line there, the second one will light big money, which lights one of the lanes here in between the flippers. It's got a massive flipper gap, this game. It will light one of those. If the ball happens to drain and go through the lit lane, it will spin the wheel, and it will times whatever it lands on by 10, I believe. I have seen it land on extra ball, so if that happens, it just carries on your game. I haven't seen it land on like Miss a Turn or Bankrupt or anything. I'm sure it might do, but I've never seen it. But normally it just lands on a value and we'll multiply it by 10. So I'm sure I've missed loads out, but I'll inform you as we go along.
Category for round 1 is Keith Johnson from Chicago.
You are correct.
Shooting that little scoop lamp there. Oh, scoop lamp? Scoop ramp. Can't grab the ball now. There we go. Shooting that little like reverse scoop ramp will spin the wheel again. So if you've got some really rubbish prizes on there, so like someone's got to lose a turn, you can shoot that ramp and it will respin the wheel to give the characters some new values. But right at the moment, Maria is lit for a trip. So if I shoot the yellow target, she'll get a trip added to her prize bank, and then if she solves the puzzle, I'll win a trip multi-ball.
There are 2 C's. There should be at least one stamp. 90,000.
Okay, so now multi-ball's lit at the scoop.
Bye-bye and E.
There are 4 E's up there.
What you'll notice about me as as more of these videos come out is that during multi-ball I just don't cradle balls. It's one of the things that infuriates almost everyone that I know that I play against. It's just not my style. I'm not up for like a huge competition. I just want to have fun, so I don't cradle balls and do it systematically. I just flip and have fun and see what we can hit. So if that annoys you, I'm really sorry, but it's just how I play. Oh. Okay, so we've got 3 spins lit. We've also got a mode lit, which is the bonus wheel here spinning round. So you've got the B, the O, the N, the U, and the S. Shooting all of those shots will like bonus. The scoop will then start this little mini wheel spinning round. Whatever it lands on, when you go in the scoop, we'll start that mode. I found that shot quite difficult to actually get. It's often easier to just backhand it.
3 E's.
So I'm out of both lanes a little free spin.
Spin.
Here we go.
I'd like to buy an
1 9.
All 3 spaces lit for mega points.
Yes, we have an S. 45,000.
Oh. So we got 900,000 there just for draining because of big money. So that's quite a lot of points in this game. So the big money round, big money target can actually be worth quite a bit.
You'll get your ball back with that free spin. There are 3 R's. Too many free spins.
That's Stern's wonderful fake knocker.
H.
3 H's.
Okay, so we've now got Solve Puzzle lit with Maria. She's got almost 2,000 points in her prize bank, 2 million points in her prize bank. She's also got a trip multi-ball lit. So by shooting the scoop, that'll solve the puzzle on Maria's turn. Or we can get her to guess another letter.
It's getting wild, and so are you.
This is where the rules get quite interesting because Maria's basically got all of the prizes built up in her bank, but if I shoot anyone else's target, they'll then become the puzzle solver. So I really don't want to hit any of them targets before claiming the puzzle. There we go.
Double jackpot.
The category for round 2 is same name.
Alright. We've got extra ball there, the scoop, so I'm just trying to shoot that. Not sure why. It's offering me an extra ball, but I don't know what I do.
C.
We have 2 C's in the puzzle.
And there we have it. That is Wheel of Fortune from Stern in 2007. I actually really enjoy this game. I always used to watch the show with my nan, so I've always been quite fond of it. But yeah, it's actually a really good, really fun game. The outlanes and the flipper gap, and then the lanes between the flippers, it's just so unique. And you don't really see much. Nothing really changes in this area anymore. It's always just sort of some lanes and a flipper. So it's nice that there was something a bit more exciting going on years ago. But yeah, there we have it. That is Stern's Wheel of Fortune from 2007. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time for another machine gameplay video.